Welcome, people.
I'm here, but I'm not here.
Angie Fitco's here. We're kicking it in the closet, sort of.
Right.
It's icy. It's an icy day, and it's going to be an icy night.
It's horrible. It was like an ice rink out there.
It was our
This
deck.
morning.
Yeah, this morning was rough.
It really was. It was like a whole sheet of ice out there. I can't believe my client made it.
He's dedicated.
I guess. But last week he canceled and it wasn't as bad of weather. I don't know. But I haven't seen it like this in a long time. It literally is. I mean, people are like, oh, it's like a sheet of ice out there. And it's like, no, it really literally was.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So our power just flickered a minute ago. So who knows what's going to happen.
I got the generator rolled to where I can just pull it outside.
Are you ready to go? Have you started
crank
it?
it. Not
Just to
since the
test
last
it.
time I used it.
Yeah, well.
I could do that after this podcast.
I have a feeling maybe you should go down there after this podcast and just fool around with it. Because what would be horrible is if the power went out and then you couldn't get the thing to start.
That'd be bad.
Which it should start. We've only used it twice. It's not like it's an old ancient, you know what I mean?
It's not even a year old. I got it in March?
Yeah, and we've
April.
used it twice maybe.
I got it. Yeah, that's when the power went out and I had to get one.
Yeah. So
Felt for a
anyway, I'm sick of this weather. I'm ready for spring. Let's move it.
It's almost a year old.
Let's see what the school's saying. You go ahead and continue to talk.
Oh, I get to talk.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the school calls on the nightly. I don't know if it's about the Rona or it's about the weather.
who knows?
Right?
It's the life we live, and so does many other people with the whole school stuff.
2-hour delay tomorrow.
2-hour delay for Kanawha County.
Shocking.
So there you go.
Means nothing for us because we do e-learning and you work from home anyway on Tuesdays. So there you go.
It's true. It's very true.
So what do you have cooking over there? You have anything you need to talk about?
I don't know. I was going to look here. I thought I'd...
Speaking of ice, Jeff has a really hard time driving in conditions as such. He scares me to death.
What do you mean? I don't have a hard time.
Yeah, you don't have a hard time, but you have a hard time taking my fears into consideration. I've been in 2 black ice accidents, and both while I were pregnant, 2 separate times.
You know what you need to do?
What?
You need to let go and let God.
Okay. But you still have to have some sort of... You have responsibility. Even though you're letting go and letting God, you have some responsibility to drive with caution, knowing that there could possibly be black ice on the road, knowing that you just chiseled ice literally off our windshield, knowing your wife has been in 2 accidents involving black ice and is a little paranoid about it. Nonetheless, Jeff can't stand for people to go around him or for him not to be in front of everybody.
If you're not first, you're last.
If there's a 2-lane turn, so there's 2 lanes, they're both turning left. One, is the inner lane, one's the outer lane, whatever, you maintain your lane.
You always
Even though
pick the
we
shorter
needed to
lane.
be in the right lane, because we ultimately needed to be in the right lane, he still gets over and tries to turn quick before the other guy to get in front of him when it's been icy out. Why? You knew we didn't need in that lane.
Eventually.
No, we didn't. No, we needed in the lane where the guy was.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't know we didn't need it in
Oh,
his
here he
lane.
goes with the yawns
We
again.
did need in that lane, and I was going to get there faster.
But
Because I wasn't going
why?
to wait on him to slow
10
poke around.
seconds faster in the ice.
Could make a difference.
I'm scared of driving in ice, but it did not keep me from going to the gym today.
No, it didn't.
Which
we got to the gym.
Which I said, now I wish I wouldn't have because I injured myself. I'm in I don't want to say a lot of pain right now, but I'm in some minor to, it's kind of working on moderate pain in my back.
Yeah, you messed your back up today.
I was fine this morning. I was fine when I
Jacked
got
it
out of
up.
the car, and I think that I was going to go do my dumbbell bench press, and it was heavier than I felt like it was going to be, and I struggled, and I think I overcompensated, and I pushed, and I think that I pulled something in my lower right side of my back. It's all the way down my right leg, on the side of my leg, and all the way around to the front of my groin area. That's where the pain is.
Ooh, you know what it might be?
What?
Maybe it's a kidney stone.
No, it's a muscular thing.
Could be kidney
Okay.
stone.
It's not a kidney stone. It's not a it's not. It's a muscular pain. I know what a muscular pain feels like.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, That it's not good, whatever it is, because you've been hurting all day.
I have been a little bit miserable all day.
It's been a painful, grimacing injury.
Right. So anyway, that's my news. Hopefully it'll go away with some rest. Our dogs are freaking out outside the door.
They are. They're
Well, they're not freaking out. They're crying.
Malibu's not really freaking out as bad. But Callie is a freaking nut job. She must have got abused to an alarm.
Something's not right
before
with this
we
dog.
got her.
We need a dog
because when
whisperer.
that freaking alarm goes off, and I have to turn it off, our power goes out, so the alarm clearly goes off,
I don't
right?
know why. It
And
shouldn't.
then when it kicks back on, it goes crazy.
It shouldn't. We've never had an alarm do that.
It goes crazy. So I have to turn it off like 3 times before it's off.
And it sends Callie into a spastic
She is
panic.
shaky and spazzing. It's like
She's screaming. She
and
screams.
she's looking around the house. She's sniffing. She's like freaking out, like somebody's coming for her. Like when she's heard that before.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Maybe her previous owner would make loud noises and beat her.
I mean, it could be something like that. I feel like we need a dog whisperer over here to witness that.
I hate to get mad at her.
I hate to get mad at her too, but oh my gosh, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
Really, she screeches.
It's a screech.
Screeches. Freak out.
Yeah.
It's very.
Somebody needs to tell us what that's about. And
Yeah,
it could
somebody
be
call
that
in to our call-in line.
Our call-in lines are open.
The lines are open. You can dial in now.
Oh my gosh. No, but seriously, I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, but if you hear whining, you'll know that it's a dog that wants us to be sitting around her for some reason. Because when I sat down there during your shower, she kind of chilled out.
I had to take a flashlight to the shower with me because I am petrified of the dark. Like, I freeze. And so I was in the shower, and it was right after the power kind of flickered. It, like, went off for, like, 1 second, and it came right back on. And I was freaked out that I was going to be in the shower and the power would go off.
You made it.
It didn't. I made it.
You made it this time.
I made it this time. Why do I have a fear of the dark? What's
I don't
that
know.
mean?
Well, what's all that all about?
I don't know.
You need to let go and let God.
Oh my gosh. Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying that?
Because
What's up?
it's a funny saying to me.
Why is it funny to you?
It's comical because it's kind of like the whole it could be worse. It's just shut up. Like just shut up. I don't want to hear it. Or your situation's so bad that the only Christian thing to say that's positive, which really isn't, is let go and let God. Right? Let go and let God. My husband's leaving me for another woman, and I don't want him to, and it's going to happen. And your friend says they can't say anything else. They just go, let go and let God.
No, I don't. Why are you laughing? Because it is.
Because it's a
like,
comical
it's
saying
like,
to me.
It's not. It's like exercise your faith.
Exactly. It's like you're out. It's out of your hands, right?
It is out of your hands.
You
So you
got
gotta
no
let
choice.
go. Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, was even better. Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood's one of Jeff's girlfriends.
Jesus, take the wheel. That was on point. I just think it's funny when I hear somebody say, and I'm not making fun of it, because I grew up religious, and I think that's why I get to have fun with this stuff, because I
Right.
heard all these sayings my whole life, and it's like, don't let go or let God. Do something about it.
Well, but sometimes
How about
you
that?
have to.
How about you just do that? How about you just do something about it? How
What
about
if you
take
can't?
control?
What
well,
if
then
you can't?
you're screwed, bro. We got to come to reality. You can't do nothing about it. It's over. Forget it. Move on.
So you don't believe in God?
Yes.
Okay, so what if you're waiting on like test results? There's nothing I can do about that.
No.
That would be an appropriate time for
So
somebody
you
to say,
wait.
let go and let
Let
God,
God.
be in control of the situation. If you believe in God.
I believe in God.
Well, then why does that statement so funny to you?
Funny to me. I don't know why. It just certain things ring funny. You know what I mean? Because to me, if you're waiting on test results, right? I take a test. I don't know. I mean, it sucks to have to wait on the test results, but what do you mean let go and let God while you're waiting on your test results?
Just to help your worry. It helps people to be able to have faith in
So
something.
it's a psychological trick to get you to calm
Oh
down.
my gosh.
that what it
No,
is?
I think that God's real and can be
Oh, I do
in
too.
control of
I do
things.
too. Just don't think he cares about your test results.
You are weird. You are so weird.
I'm kidding. That's a total joke. It's a total joke.
I
Just
don't think
having
he cares
fun.
about a game you bet on, but I think he definitely cares about test results.
So he cares about test results, but he doesn't care about my financial well-being if I bet on a game.
He doesn't care about an outcome of a sporting event. No.
The outcome of a sporting event.
Right. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm glad you get a kick out of yourself.
I get a kick out of these conversations.
I
I don't think he cares about the outcome of a game either, unless he has money on it. But he doesn't
gosh,
need
Jeff.
to have money on it
What
because
are you
he's the
talking
Almighty.
about? God does not bet
He
on
do-
sporting events.
That's true. He doesn't. He doesn't need to. Unless he likes to, like it's just a fun pastime, but I don't think he needs it. He's got too much going on to worry about sporting events.
You think?
What do you think his favorite sport is? Do you think it's older stuff that's been around longer?
Jeff, he doesn't care about sports. He doesn't have time to watch sports. What are you being serious right now?
I'm just wondering what his favorite sport would be. If it would be like stuff they did back in the Colosseum,
Well,
way back in
apparently-
Rome, like when Jesus was here.
No, apparently, if your mom told you what my mom told me about when I was afraid of thunderstorms, apparently his favorite sport is bowling. Because my mom told me that when it thundered, it was Jesus bowling, and when it lightning, that's when he got a strike.
Really?
Your mom never told you
No,
that?
my mom didn't tell me that.
Shut up.
That is sacrilegious.
No,
I can't
it's
believe
not.
you would say those things.
It says you. Says you. Who are you being for real?
No, I'm kidding. I like that though. That's what I'll tell my kids.
You too late. They're adults almost.
Believe us.
You can tell your grandchild.
Yes, that's what I'll tell my grandchild.
Your mom never told you that it was Jesus bowling.
No. No, Jesus doesn't bowl. Can you see Jesus in that robe bowling
Yeah, I can.
with his sandals? I just-
More than being on like freaking DraftKings, placing a bet. Yeah, I can. Rolling Stones. It probably wasn't a bowling ball. There probably was no.
So in
place for
heaven,
his
they're
fingers.
in heaven they don't have the top of the line bowling.
No, they
equipment.
probably have
Is that
the
what
ones
you're
where.
saying?
Well, they probably have stones, and like you have to hold them like the cool people do that bowl.
So I can go down to the smoke-filled Junker bowling alley and get a better bowling ball off the rack than Jesus can get in heaven.
Absolutely not. But Jesus doesn't need the fancy. You know how the cool people bowl with no fingers in
That's
there?
true, yes.
That's how he bowls,
Yeah, that's how Jesus bowls.
which is why.
I want a T-shirt now with Jesus in a bowl, like with the perfect form bowling. Just
Yeah.
our Jesus, like
Yeah.
American Jesus.
Like our mailman.
Yes, but with the robe and the tie.
Why? What does Jesus look like?
He looks like if we really like checked out Jesus, he'd be Middle Eastern, and people would be nervous when he got on a plane.
Really?
Probably, yeah, he's Middle Eastern.
Why do they?
Which that's not me. I don't care if Middle Eastern people get on a plane. But you know how
Right.
it was for a while. People got all crazy. Ah.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
It
pay
doesn't bother
attention.
me.
It doesn't
I
bother me
don't
either.
care about that stuff. But I'm just saying.
Why is he portrayed in Sunday school as a white guy with long hair?
So that it'll connect to us.
But what if we aren't white, or what if we don't have long hair?
Then it's kind of weird, really. It's a little weird because he looks nothing like what they portrayed to us our whole lives.
How do you know? You haven't seen him.
Jesus wasn't American. Jesus was over in the Middle East, like he was in the sun. He would have been dark complected.
I tend to agree. I never could understand that because he always had the long hair in the pictures.
Right.
And
and they get mad at you when you have long hair.
Right. That's like such a. So
Jesus
my
had
grandma-
long hair, and
that's
they're
what I said. My grandma did not like guys with long hair. She thought it was wrong, and I was like, "But Jesus had long hair. I don't understand." And Jesus drank wine. So why is it wrong if other people do?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't
I'm
know.
asking you. What are you Googling on your phone?
Jesus.
You're just Googling the word Jesus?
No, Jesus in different countries. I think there's a thing.
Well, some people think Jesus was a woman.
Some people think Jesus was a woman, and they're not going by the Bible, right? Not that I'm okay with. I think some people think God's a woman. I don't know if God is.
Oh, maybe that's true.
I don't think God is defined in a gender. Like, I don't think we need to worry about gender when we talk about God.
I don't either.
It might be just like a mist. It might not even be like a, human form.
Could be.
maybe Jesus was, but maybe God wasn't. And maybe somebody that knows the Bible better than me could say, no, this is what the Bible says. And then I'd go, are you sure? Because the Bible was handled by a lot of people for tens of thousands of years
Right.
that were corrupt. So what it really say? Not that I don't believe in it, but I'm just saying I think it's okay to be kind of ask questions.
Are you Google imaging Jesus?
I was trying to Google. I thought I saw at one point this image Jesus in all countries or something, and it had the Chinese Jesus. He was Chinese. It had the African Jesus. He was black with but they all like kind of had longer hair, but they're like he was whatever area you lived in. That's the Jesus you got.
You think it's because they didn't really have barbers back then, so they just let their hair grow?
I don't know.
You don't roll up into the barber shop back in the day.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, to what would they cut your hair with?
I'm sure they had blades. I mean, they
So
fought.
they just blade your hair. How do you fade that?
They didn't have a fade.
Exactly. That's why they had to have their hair long.
I wonder what they used for shaving cream.
Jeff, that's what they didn't shave. They had those long beards and stuff.
They all did have beards, and they probably stunk something awful.
Yeah, there was probably no deodorant.
They didn't smell each other though, probably.
You think it voided it out
It
and made
voided
it
it out,
neutral?
yeah.
So are
And
you
everybody gets
saying that
used to
if
the
you don't
stank.
shower and you don't use deodorant for a few days, and then I don't shower and I don't use deodorant for a few days, we will be neutral?
Here's
It
the
doesn't
deal.
do that with morning breath.
We're not going to smell each other, but other people will smell us. Haven't you been around those people in Walmart where you're like, those people aren't freaking bathing, and clearly
I think they can still smell themselves. Like our breath in the morning don't cancel each other out. So that I don't believe that theory. There is a big red thing underneath your neck. Have you seen that? Did you cut yourself?
I don't think so.
It's a big bump.
Where?
Right?
Adam's apple?
Right there.
Oh, right there.
Does it hurt?
No, maybe I did. Maybe I did cut
You
myself.
got a zit or something?
It's a zit, man. I got a zit on my
That's what I
Adam's
said.
apple.
Does it
there.
hurt?
It
looks
to the
inflamed.
touch.
Yes, that's what I just said. And you said no?
Well, I hadn't touched it yet. Dang, what's going on with my?
I don't know, but you got a big red bump.
And I need to shave
Anyway.
hair.
Anyway.
Gray hair.
So that was a good talk.
It was good. That was good Jesus talk. I don't know though. I mean, about the barbers back in the day, that'd be good to ask a Bible scholar. But probably not even a Bible scholar. I'd say a historian, because a Bible scholar is just basically focusing on the Bible.
I'd say it's pretty evident.
The pictures we see aren't even true, so we don't know if it's evident or not.
What about the history books?
We'd have to look at those. Those may not be true either.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
we might be.
Here we go.
We
Here he
might
goes
be
again.
being told what to believe our whole lives and what was real and what isn't.
Maybe.
Because you know what? Have you ever heard the saying, the victor writes history?
No.
If you win, you get to write history. So no matter what happens, if you're the winner, you get to write what happened during this time period.
How do you know? The winner of what? The
Everything.
history award goes
Everything.
to this person, so he gets to write the history book? I think history writes itself. Wait, where do you get this?
History doesn't write itself because somebody has to write the history down
Okay.
on stones.
So you're saying
put them in a
that
safe
the
place.
video I watched tonight about the Great Depression might not be true?
No, that's
'cause
new
it's-
enough. It's probably pretty true. It's probably pretty accurate.
What? Okay.
6th grade?
Okay. So the 1800s, when they wrote that, it was new enough for them to write it. So it's just like when hundreds and hundreds of years
What
from now,
1800s?
when somebody reads about the coronavirus, and they're like, oh, we don't even know if it was really there. Well, we don't even know if it but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying we were here. A lot of people wrote about it.
Right.
I
What
don't,
happened in the 1800s?
Jeff, I don't know. I'm just saying that was 1800 would be history.
It would be history.
Somebody wrote about it.
I agree.
So who was the winner of the 1800s
right?
that got to write about it then? Who was the all-time winner of the 1800s that you're saying wrote about it? I think you're taking a phrase and you're twisting it.
Probably.
I'm Googling it.
You know what?
What does the winner writes the history mean? Is that what you said? The winner writes the history?
The winner, the victor, whatever.
So that's the Da Vinci Code.
Yes, the Da Angie, it's a good movie, good book.
What does history is written by the winners mean? One of the most unfortunate and widely accepted ideas about historical thinking is that history is written by the victors. This talking point asserts that the truth of the past is not shaped by reasoned interpretive historical scholarship or a factual understanding of the past, but by the might of political, and then it ends. This is the article under bad historical thinking.
Listen,
So that's bad
you're a
thinking.
giant skeptic, and you
No.
believe everything is true that they've written in the books.
No, I do not. I'm trying to hold on. No, I don't. I just don't. And here we go. It said it's a mistake, however, to assume that only the winners of history have the power to manipulate the past to attain their present day goals. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. I just think in some instances there could have been situations.
Oh, so now here he goes. Of course there could have been situations.
You know, like the Catholic Church having sole possession of the scholars and the Bibles and the scrolls, and nobody could read except them at the time, and they get to translate it however they want.
Our power just flickered.
Did it?
Uh-huh. Or I'm stroking. I mean, maybe.
I'm just saying.
But why does that make them a winner? Like, I don't.
They're not a winner.
I think
I don't
powerful,
mean
they're
powerful.
power.
Let's go with powerful instead of the powerful right history, the way
Yeah.
they want it. I think there's ways to manipulate the masses, and I think we're experiencing that now more than ever with social media. I think this
Yes.
last election, we were manipulated. People on Facebook and Twitter and the social media and all these groups rising up, they're manipulated by social media and ideology.
Sure.
And,
So therefore, everyone is writing history,
right.
not just the winners.
It's a little more. Well, it might not be more clear now. There's so much going on. It just depends where you go. That's what I saw the other day. These guys on a podcast, which would be fun to do, they started saying Corona causes everything, right?
What? Oh yeah.
So let's go. Google. Corona causes blindness. You can find tons of articles.
Oh yeah.
Corona causes impotency. Tons of articles.
Right.
Corona causes paralysis. You know what I mean? Everything.
I know.
Everything. So you can say, and if you want to Google it, you can find tons of articles and different things that say that it's ridiculous. It's stupidity.
It is.
But that's the day we live in.
Right. Well, isn't that interesting?
Sorry. That's an interesting topic. I'm sorry.
It is. I mean,
And it's a phenomenon. I wish I had more knowledge in it.
I don't.
It just came up at the top of my head because I just.
A historian
Yes.
writes history, Jeff. Come on now. Somebody who studies history. Okay, who do you think writes history, Nate?
History?
Yeah.
Who writes it?
Yeah.
Like writes it?
Yeah, who writes history?
Teacher?
Teachers write history. The people who study it,
Do
right?
you trust teachers?
No, not really.
What did you learn in history today? What topic?
I don't remember.
You don't remember what we learned about in history
Like
today?
the Great Depression?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Nice. All
Good
right.
work.
Bye.
Alright, bye.
Okay. So teachers write history. Historians.
Historians write history.
People who study it.
Historians,
Scientists write science.
who are their bosses?
Oh my gosh.
You know, in the 1950s, that scientists were bought by advertisers to sell sugar was good for you. They wrote it. They put it in the papers. Scientific facts, and so they had to. People can be manipulated.
Yeah. Yeah, they can be.
I mean, those scientists were bought, and the studies were put out that sugar's good for you. Eat
That's
it.
crazy.
Drink. It's true. Look it up. It happened for decades. That they're just sell their product
Well, now look at it.
to the masses.
Now look at it.
What about it?
It's the opposite.
It is the opposite, but it's ingrained in our culture. You can't get away from Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, you can.
can't get away from.
I haven't had a Coke or Pepsi forever.
You can, but culturally, as the masses, it's got a stronghold. It's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not going
It's
to.
not going anywhere.
That's
Sugar
fine.
is not going anywhere.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I was really worried that
I
we were
was.
going to lose sugar.
I wasn't, thank God. There.
Oh, my gosh.
How about that?
You're cracking me up. I'm done with you for the day.
I like to have fun.
No, I know. I do too. Just let go and let God, Jeff.
Let go and let God. Yes. Let go and let God. We're going to go with, we should do a different Jesus every month. He's the same
No,
Jesus in our hearts,
No, I'm not.
but a
doing-
different Jesus from,
No, I
from
feel
to be
really-
more culturally
I,
accepting. We
I-
should put up a different Jesus every month
no,
for
I
the
feel
year.
a little. I don't want to talk about Jesus anymore. I feel a little bad about it. I feel like that's like a
I love Jesus.
Oh, I do too. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
All right, we'll just keep the American Jesus. We'll go with that Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear baby Jesus. You remember that scene in the movie
so
Talladega
great.
Nights? That's
Yes,
the best thing.
So great. I love that. It's amazing.
It's a great movie.
Well, we'll end on Talladega Nights.
Baby Jesus.
And baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
I think that's what they said.
Help my back to feel better.
Yes.
It's
Help
killing me
Angie's
right
back
now.
feel better. I love Jesus. I pray to him every day.
Do you? Every day?
Most days. I
How,
would say
how often?
4 out of 7 days.
You do better than me.
There's days I forget.
Can you
Do you count when you yell his
Subconsciously?
name at somebody in road rage?
no, I mean, that is a type of prayer.
Dear
Like
God,
I say,
help this person.
like I say, well, what do I say? What do I say? What do I always say? Like when I'm in traffic and stuff and I get frustrated. It's a saying that I say.
And you don't know the saying that you say?
I'm at a blank. I'm texting with Brooke. I'm at a blank. What I say? What do I say? I say it all the time.
Am I in the car with you?
Lord, have mercy on my soul, dear Jesus.
That's it. Is that a prayer?
It's a prayer because somebody will do something
'Cause
like,
you're
Lord,
begging
have
for him
mercy
to-
on my soul, dear Jesus. Like I'm going to hurt somebody.
Right, yes.
So it is a prayer.
I don't think that's the type of prayer we're talking about, but
All right. Well, anyway,
let's pray every day.
we should pray every day. Do you think it's icy right now outside?
She's not going out anywhere.
I feel like we need to go pick her up.
Are you on crack?
No. I'm pretty sure if I were, I've never been on crack, but if I were, I wouldn't be feeling my back pain right now.
This is true.
But
I'm
I've
sure
never
you would.
I've never been on crack.
I don't know. We'll have to go look and see.
Okay. All right. Well, we need to go because we may have to go get Brooke. I'm over.
All
this.
right, we're done.
Okay. Bye.
A bit ado.